Hello everyone and welcome to Thoughts and Review for a pay-per-view. I am Slim and this time we are talking about Elimination Chamber. And overall, good show. Overall, good show. Yeah, it's just finished. It was really good. Let's get into it because we've got a lot to talk about. So before we start, number one, the Asuka match did not take place. Number two, Keith Lee was taken out of the triple threat match, but he was replaced by the pre-show match winner, which we will get to in a second. And yeah, that's the opening stuff to really talk about. So, on the pre-show, we got a fatal four-way match to determine who will take Keith Lee's spot between Elias, Ali, Ricochet, and Morrison. And John Morrison won. Morrison got put into the triple threat match for the US title. It was a good match, probably 3-star match. It was pretty good. Obviously, because that didn't get announced till this morning, it was 10-15 minutes before the pre-show started. We didn't do predictions for it, so everyone was still on zero after that match. But we then kicked the show off, the main show, with the Elimination Chamber for the future Universal Championship match, which I can confirm did take place straight after that match. So let's just look at how they got eliminated, right? So the first person eliminated was King Corbin, who came in third. So he was the first person released from the pod. He tapped out to the sharpshooter from Cesaro. Sami Zayn was next eliminated. He entered after Corbin. He got eliminated by Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens then got eliminated by Jey Uso, who came out last. Owens entered fifth. Jey Uso was last. Cesaro and Daniel Bryan started, so they're both 1 and 2. But after Kevin Owens was eliminated, it was Cesaro who was eliminated, which brought it down to Daniel Bryan versus Jey Uso, and Daniel Bryan won. And then obviously he had to take on Roman Reigns straight after, and Roman Reigns choked him out. And then celebrated the win and everything, hopped off the top rope, and spear. Edge has chosen Roman Reigns as his opponent at WrestleMania. Right, so then we get the triple threat match for the US Championship, Morrison versus Lashley versus Riddle. And one of the biggest shockers of the night, Riddle won. Holy shit. I should also mention that the Chamber match was a good match. Probably a 3.5, 4-star match. The Reigns match was a squash match, so, but no, it was pretty good. I'd give it a 3-star. It was only a minute and a half, but I'd give it 3-star just because it wasn't just spear. It was straight up, the spear was reversed into a yes lock, and yeah. So now we'll get back to the US title one. It was a good match. Morrison is just awesome. Watching him in this match just proved how good he actually is. Morrison was really good. Lashley was Lashley. And Riddle was Riddle. Somehow Riddle come up with the win. So, yeah. This match I'd give a 3-star, I think. It wasn't, overall the match wasn't anything awesome, but it was decent, and decent enough to, yeah. After that one we got the women's tag team title match. Somewhere in here, I can't remember where exactly, but we got Miz talking to Bad Bunny. And Bad Bunny slapped him, and as Miz went to hit him back, Damian Priest showed up. So, yeah. But we got the women's tag title match. Nia and Shayna defending against Sasha and Bianca. This was a decent match, 2.5 stars. Nia and Shayna won, right result. The ending was sloppy. Reginald come out and tried to give Sasha the wine bottle to use. The ref then took it off of her, and it was just a little bit weird. And there was a few botches and whatnot. It was sort of one of them things where Nia and Shayna need to retain, so they need a win. Belair can't lose, and we don't really want Sasha to lose either. Obviously, the smart person would just not book the match, but you have to. So, they did a screwy finish with Reginald. Yeah. It was alright. About this point, too, we saw backstage Miz talking to MVP. And then we got the main event, which was the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber match. Once again, we'll talk our way through how they all got eliminated and whatnot. So, Randy Orton was the first eliminated. He entered, he was one of the ones that started. He got eliminated by Kofi, which was cool. Kofi was the next eliminated. He was eliminated by Sheamus. Kofi entered fourth. Then it was Jeff Hardy eliminated. He was eliminated by Drew. Jeff also started with Randy. Then Sheamus got eliminated by Styles, who entered fifth. And now, with saying that, when Orton got eliminated, he started RKOing everyone. So Styles got Omos to rip the back off of the pod so he could run around and get in the ring. So Styles was in there way before he should have been, which then cut the time down for the match, obviously. So yeah. After Sheamus got eliminated by Styles, Styles got eliminated by McIntyre. McIntyre retains the title. Really good match this. I'd give it 4 stars. It was just really good. The ending was awesome, where Styles went for phenomenal forearm, and as he was coming back down, got claymored. It was cool as. I haven't talked about predictions yet, so let's go back through and talk about predictions. So obviously none for the pre-show match. I had Cesaro in the Universal Title Chamber match. There's a few people that have Bryan, so I'm still on 0 by this point. Most people had Roman, so I got a point. There was only a couple of people that actually had Riddle for this match, so I had Lashley, so I'm still on 1 point. I had Nia and Shayna, so that put me on 2. And somehow with Drew winning, I managed to tie it, so there's a big 6-way tie, I believe. I'll have a look. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6-way tie. Kyle was in it as well, which, yeah. Kyle could have outright won the belt. He was on 3 points before that last chamber match started. He needed either Orton to win or Sheamus to win, and obviously they both lost. So yeah. Now the show's not done when Drew retains either. Lashley comes out and beats the shit out of McIntyre. And then The Miz comes out with a referee and cashes in. And Drew kicks out. Drew then gets up and Miz hits a DDT. 1, 2, kick out. Miz gets Drew up. Skull crushing finale. 1, 2, 3. Miz is the new WWE champion. Holy shit. Miz is the new champion. Obviously we didn't have the have a prediction for that, but yeah, holy shit. So I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen now, because what I was banking on, well, when I sort of thought about it, I went, this makes sense for WrestleMania. We have Miz cash in here and win, which he has, but then at Fastlane it's Miz versus McIntyre. McIntyre wins, gets the belt back, versus Sheamus in the singles match at Mania. But with Bobby Lashley's help, Miz got the belt. So, does Miz take on somebody else? Does Miz take on Drew? Does Drew take on Lashley? Does Sheamus take on somebody? It's just very what's going to happen. But yeah, no, that was awesome. And Miz being WWE champion is cool. Obviously, we don't know who the predictions champion is because it's a 6-way tie. But yeah, and I should also say that both of Miz's WWE title reigns have now come from cashing in Money in the Bank, which is a cool little thing. So yeah, well, that's it for the thoughts and a review for a pay-per-view. I didn't give a star rating to Miz versus McIntyre. For the moment, I'll bump it up to 3. Because it was a cool moment. It's a 3-star match. You got to take the moment into account when you put star ratings on something. It can't just be how it was. Because, again, it's like the Roman match. It was pretty much a squash. So, yeah, it's along the same line. So you can't, When you're doing something like that, you've got to take into account the moment, and the moment was cool. But yeah, so that's been it for the thoughts and review for a pay-per-view for Elimination Chamber 2021. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, follow the Facebook, Twitter and Twitch, links to those are in the description. Let us know what you thought of Elimination Chamber in the comment section down below, and other than that, thanks for watching, goodbye and good night.